officers, members of the public, welcome to this evening's meeting. Another meeting, please?
Another meeting.
Yep. Item 1, apologies.
Apologies from councillors now and councillors.
I'll throw apologies in for Cathy.
Item 2, declaration of interests.
None received, Chair.
Item 3, public questions.
And none received, Chair.
Item 4, minutes. To submit and to approve conforming record minutes.
Mr Mayor, fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, I move that the minutes of the ordinary meeting of the Town Council held on Tuesday the 24th of May 2016 be accepted as true and correct record.
Second action.
Thank you.
Mr Chair, on the 31st of May I made a formal complaint to yourself, Councillor D. Taylor Mayor, concerning the proceedings of the meeting of the 24th of May and how the minutes of Tuesday 3rd of May, titled Independent Investigation, were dealt with. Even though I had already informed ex-Mayor Pat Lawton in writing and in advance of the meeting that I wished to correct the record of my statement as it was incorrectly recorded in the minutes, and I provided full details of the correction needed, I was refused opportunities to speak, being advised that the minutes had moved on. This is despite admission from Councillor Gelbard that the incorrect information had been recorded on the agenda, i.e. the wrong date, and a Labour councillor being allowed to speak on an earlier item that had moved on the agenda. This is double standards and political bias. My written statement read out and then handed to officers at the end of the meeting of 3rd of May, having been requested to be recorded in the minutes, had been amended inappropriately with words missed out, giving a misleading representation of my statement. I therefore cannot agree that the minutes of the full council of 24th of May are correct, nor that they can be ratified as a true copy of the proceedings of the Standing Committee meeting of 3rd of May. I would move a motion to record that I do not agree with these minutes and request that this motion be voted upon and recorded in the minutes. This statement, Chair, refers to item 4A, ordinary meeting of the Town Council. I presume that we will speak on the extraordinary meetings, and I have a further statement to make on that.
I'll second that motion.
Mr Mayor, point of order, firstly I move the motion which was to accept the minutes. This is an amendment, I assume.
Well, it's a correction, Councillor.
It's an amendment.
Correction.
I move the motion to accept the minutes. That has to be amended to my motion.
This is a correction to the minutes, Chair, that were incorrectly recorded. The record should have been correct at the full council meeting of the 24th of May. I did say that at the time. We've now had the minutes to be ratified, the annual council meeting to be ratified. This is my statement. The minutes are incorrect and should be put back to what was presented to officers to record in the minutes.
Move to a vote, Mr Mayor.
We'll vote. No, that's an amendment. Yes?
It's a correction, Mayor.
So an amendment to the motion to accept the minutes. Vote on the amendment. All in favour of the amendment?
In favour of the correction.
Correction motion, Mr. Chair.
It's an amendment. It's an amendment.
Correction motion.
Are you going to vote on it? In favour? Against the... It's a fall. Item 4B, extraordinary meeting of the Town Council held on Tuesday the 7th of June 2016.
Chair.
Mayor, fellow councillors, members of the public, can I move that the minutes of the extraordinary meeting of the Town Council held on Tuesday the 7th of June are accepted as true and correct record.
Second order.
Yeah.
I report for the extraordinary meeting of the Town Council of the 7th of June. I would like just to remind members here that this extraordinary meeting of the council was called by myself and seconded by Councillor Thompson to bring forward an extraordinary meeting of the council. This was not an ordinary meeting of the council, and I would just like to make that statement, that it was because of the calling of the extraordinary meeting that this actually took place, this meeting. So, with regard to this extraordinary meeting,
Extraordinary meeting
this extraordinary
with the
meeting,
public excluded.
pardon me?
Was this extraordinary meeting held with the exclusion of the public?
Yes, but
Then this is not the forum to discuss it, is it?
Chair, this is to state the minutes of the meeting as recorded and not correct. Now, I'm conscious of the fact that this was an exclusion of the present public meeting. There is nothing confidential disclosed. I wish to have this recorded. And if I can just make the statement, please. On the 31st of May, I presented a motion seconded by Councillor Thompson calling for an extraordinary meeting of the council. It is normal practice for any extraordinary meeting called by councillors to have their motion recorded in full. My motion has not been recorded in the minutes and should be inserted as follows. Council be provided at this meeting with a copy of the recent grievance letter received from an officer and a report on legal advice received. 2. Council be provided at this special meeting with a date when the independent report will be published, together with a report on legal advice received. My motion can only be amended by insertion or deletion of words. This is in accordance with the Council's own standing orders. My motion has not been recorded and has been substituted by Councillor Gallagher's amended motion, I believe deliberately. I would request that my motion is recorded in the minutes as provided in writing to the Mayor and Temporary Town Clerk as is normal practice. I would also request a copy of the amended minutes and request a named and recorded vote on the insertion amendment of the minutes. All of the conditions for me as a councillor to call an extraordinary meeting of council and submit a motion were complied with, and there is no legal reason why my motion should not be recorded, and I so move. I would also like a copy of the amended minutes, please.
Anyone wish to speak on that? No? Now then. Moved. Acceptance of the minutes, seconded. You want an amendment?
Sir, Chair, I would like to have my motion as was presented. There is one exclusion which I was conscious of, and
You want to go back to that meeting?
I would like to have the motion as I presented it included in the minutes of the meeting. My motion can only be amended by the words, not to be removed completely. And this was an extraordinary meeting called by myself, seconded by Councillor Thompson, to call a meeting of the council.
Point of order. I understand the frustration of the member to put a point forward, but the vote on the day was to move an amendment. The amendment is what was the substantive motion. The minutes reflect the substantive motion that was put. I appreciate that she wants to move a vote. I appreciate the lady wants to do. She wants to move a vote. She's entitled to move a vote, but in terms of what's recorded here, it's what actually was the motion that was finally discussed.
So, no motion fell tonight. Therefore, the minutes correctly record the outcome of the meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Chair, I would like to comment.
Please show in favour of accepting the amendment.
We don't need any sort of legal guidance. Is it that sort of situation?
No, it's not that sort of situation. All in favour, please show
Are
accept.
you not allowing me to speak? Is that, are you moving on? Are you not allowing me to
Spoken
speak?
twice on item.
No, Chair, I'm actually correcting what is incorrect in the minutes.
Mr. Mayor, can I move a point of order, please? When we take an item of business on council agenda, which this item of council business is item 4B, which is to submit and, if approved, confirm as a correct record the minutes of this meeting that we're going to discuss. I have moved that that be the case. Councillor Madison stood up and said that she wants the minutes altered in some way. That is an amendment to what I have just moved. Therefore, we must now take the vote on Councillor Madison's amendment that we correct those minutes in the way that she feels should be corrected, or we should move to the substantive motion. That is what standing order says, Mr. Mayor.
Now we'll vote on your amendment.
Chair, I would
No.
just like to say it is not an amendment.
Please do progress.
Yes. Please show in favour of the amendment. Or against? Amendment for item 4B. Passed. Item 6 and item 5, annual meeting. To submit and if approved, confirm.
Mr. Mayor, fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, can I move that the minutes of the annual meeting of the Town Council held on Tuesday the 24th of May 2016 be accepted as true and correct record?
Second word. Councillor Knight.
Yes, Chair. As referred to in my earlier statement, and is an example of double standards and political advice. It is unbelievable that a statement from the leader of the majority group, covering 5 sides of A4 paper, item 41617, is printed in full, yet I have been denied the same treatment to have my written motions recorded in the minutes as I have requested.
Move progress.
Thank you. I accept item 5. Item 6, committee minutes. To receive and approve for the correct record of the minutes of the meeting of the Convention Standing Committee Council. Here, policy report.
Thank you, Mayor, elected members of the public. I would like to move the minutes of the Policy and Resources Committee held on the 7th of June as a true and correct record. I'll second that.
Councillor Knight.
Chair, it is recorded in the minutes of this meeting that Councillors Darks, Thompson and Madison were in favour of the decision re-allotment consultant, item 6A. Councillors Darks, Thompson and Madison voted against this recommendation. Please have the minutes amended and provide a copy of the amended minutes. The same decision is recorded incorrectly in a later document, i.e. Performance Management Action Plan, and should also be amended.
Mr. Mayor, I'll second the Councillor Madison's amendment to those minutes.
Will that be taken?
That's how we do it.
Remember that.
Right. So that's the Policy and Resources Committee accepted the direction on the vote. Item 6B, Facilities and Recreation Committee.
Mr. Mayor, fellow councillors, members of the public, youth council, I would like to move the minutes of the Facilities and Recreation Committee on the 14th of June 2016 as a true and correct record.
Second.
Thank you. All in favour? Please show. Thank you. 6C, Audit Committee, 26th May 2016.
Mr. Mayor, fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, can I move that the minutes of the Audit Committee held on 26th of May 2016 to accept as a true and correct record?
Second.
Ready? Item 6D, Special Committee, on the 27th of May 2016.
Now, right again, to propose a true and correct record of the the special committee to be held on the 27th of May 2016.
Second one.
Thank you. Number 1, 6E, special committee for 30th of June.
Chair, excluded on this one.
Councillor Darks, yes.
Agenda item 6A, special committee meeting minutes 13th of June. Chair, the minutes of this meeting are inaccurate, incomplete and most importantly invalid. As per the meeting they are supposed to represent, they are in direct breach of Town Council standing orders. At the above meeting I made a statement and moved a motion which I proceeded with this introductory statement. I wish the following statement to be entered into the minutes in full and the following motion be recorded and named vote. My motion was seconded. My motion was amended by a member of the majority party to dismiss my motion. I declare the point of order as an amended motion cannot negate a motion. Standing Order Section 5, Paragraph 1, Rules of Debate and Meetings, Subsection 6E, an amendment is a proposal to remove or add words to a motion. It should not negate the motion. My point of order was overruled by the Chair. The amended motion was adopted by majority vote. As can be seen in the minutes, my pre-requested statement and named and recorded vote have been omitted. The resulting decision from this special committee meeting is therefore in flagrant breach of the standing orders of this council, and so is the amended motion to dismiss my motion. Please note, if these minutes are not rescinded tonight and rewritten to reflect the true and accurate business of the above special committee meeting, I hereby give notice of my intention to consult with the police, as previously stated in my email to the chairman of the special committee dated the 13th of June, to which he has not yet replied. Thank you, Chair.
Sorry, Councillor, did you say you sent me an email?
Yes, 13th of June.
I haven't received an email from you. I haven't seen anything. Furthermore, I'm to move the minutes of the 13th of June with the special committee as a true and correct record. And I feel as if I must make an apology because I feel as if I've made a mistake on this meeting, because there was also a proposition put forward from Mr. Darks, Councillor Darks, that we take a vote of more confidence in that committee. And looking at standing orders later on, and I see in 7B, when a motion moved pursuant to the standing order 7 the above has been disposed of, no similar motion may be moved within a further 6 months. He had, in fact, put the same proposal on the May meeting. But I move that we should correct that.
Yeah, I've seconded that too.
Mr. Chair, I would just like to state that Councillor Darks has copied me into his correspondence. He's also copied officers of the council into his communication, as well as Councillor Cullen. But I would just like to say here, I fully endorse the statement made by Councillor Darks, and will also comment that not only did we walk out of the meeting, it is stated we left the meeting, we walked out of the meeting, as we stated that we could take no part in the intention of this debate and the subsequent vote, and we left before there was any further discussion or a vote on this issue. But we did raise the issue of the motion from Councillor Darks, and it was voted on. And the vote was to remove Councillor Darks' motion in its entirety.
Move progress. Item 6F. ICT working plan.
So we're not rescinding the minutes.
No, we haven't voted now.
It's not amended.
On item 6F, Mr. Mayor, Can I move that the minutes of the IT working party held on the 16th of June 2016 are accepted as true and correct record?
Second.
Thank you. Moving on to item 7, Mayor's communications. As you can see, my first month's been quite eventful. And I've been talking about it. On 19th to the 6th, I attended Peabody Civic Service, but prior to that I also attended the John Hudson Commemorative service at Riverside, Chester Street. Remarkable man. Very good. Item 8. Inauguration of Youth Mayor. Beth, item control, please. Deputy Mayor, to you.
Thank you very much.
Now then, presentation. My first presentation. Youth Council. Can I speak to the Youth Council? Receive this gentleman from all the Youth Council. Two first, and then review of the council vision. Members are requested to consider a report from the leader of the council.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is a report to review the council vision statement, which was first adopted in June 2014. On our suggestion that the council agrees that structured planning aims and objectives was to achieve a long-term vision. So this would allow us to drive progress through the year, set achievable targets for our senior officers, and give them an overall indication of what position the council should aim to achieve in each of our service areas. We reviewed this once last June 2015, and it's now the second review as we move progress through the year. In section 3, I have outlined the aims and objectives that we have completed since the last review of the council vision statement. Moving the those are now moved out of the vision statement as they're completed. In section 4, I've also added a couple there that are no longer needed for the council vision statement. And in section 5, I've outlined an updated vision statement based on those changes. A number of additions this year that we have added, particularly in the item 5.13 of the report. Firstly, to formalise the council constitution by unitising and reviewing all of our council policies and procedures. We'll do that through a cross-party constitution working group. Secondly, to create service delivery plans for each of our council service areas, and they outlined there on 513B, and also to conduct an annual community consultation exercise in the way which we did last year on the service priorities of our community and another such consultation as when necessary. I've also embellished a bit slightly on item 513F, which is now to ensure that all town council owned land is correctly registered and documented, and that the information is used to formulate an updated and complete asset register and asset management plan. You'll see from the colour coding on that vision statement, the blue ones are aims and objectives that are ongoing, and we expect they will always be in the council vision statement in some form. The orange are the ones which the officers consider currently underway and are in hand. The purple ones are the ones that are yet to begin, and the green is the additions. That is outlined in the report. And the recommendation today to the council is that we remove the aims and objectives noted in section 3 of the report that are considered completed, that we take the aims and objectives noted in section 4 of the report that are considered no longer relevant and removed from the list of aims and objectives for the new council statement, and that the aims and objectives noted in section 5 of the report form the new council vision statement for the 16-17 civic year. Move that, Chair.
Chair. Although this is detailed as written by Councillor Galdar, leader of the Labour Group, many of the areas identified for improvements have been raised by officers and councillors of both parties by this council over a long period, even before Councillor Galdar was voted onto this council. It is well known that some areas have still not been achieved and go back at least 5 to 6 years, some even longer. I refer in particular to the skate park, still delayed. Review of play areas. A report commissioned at considerable cost to the council. The provision of a 3-year financial plan. The registration of council-owned land that I have raised for many years, and the improvement of allotments. Some aims, as stated, have been stated as having been achieved, but then appear as being new aims. Without a dedicated timescale for completion, one can say how long is a piece of string. I would move that a timescale is attributed to all stated aims, and that this timescale is regularly updated and monitored and added to where appropriate and presented to council on a regular basis. It is good to see that we have a way forward, but I do believe that it's essential that we have a dedicated timescale that we work to, and we see that we do work to that timescale. The aims that's been presented don't have any timescale. We've already seen in the past that those timescales have gone out for many years and still not been implemented. We need to get this sorted. Thank you.
Mr. Red, can I speak on that amendment? I can't support the amendment as I haven't done in the past when we've reviewed the statement. It's a similar amendment to which Councillor Madison made last year. The timescale of each of these aims and objectives is to be set with regards to the appraisal process with senior managers and then down through the organisation, and that is the responsibility of the Performance Development Committee in the first instance. I did make a commitment at the Council AGM that all of our aims and objectives that are in progress will be completed by the end of this civic year, and I intend to maintain that commitment.
Thank you, Chair. We now know why it's called a vision and not a plan. A plan would have to contain objectives with target dates, creating a document and a system where progress can be closely monitored. In the dictionary, definitions of the word vision include hallucination and idealistic but impractical. Councillor Geldard's review fits really well within these definitions. A lot of words and very little action. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, I'd just like to support my colleagues on this. Right at the very beginning, when it was first presented, we were very much in favour of the vision. Because as we stated on a number of occasions to represent the things that we've been saying ourselves for a long time. I really think it's about time that we started putting some dates and some times down the timeline. It's okay to say that's down to officers or for officers' appraisals. It needs to be we need to stand up and be counted. There's things in here that still haven't been done that are very important. Asset register, mid-term financial plan, that should be nothing to do with appraisals. That's this council. We ask for these things. So yes, we do agree overall with some of the aims, and in fact most of the aims of the vision. But we've given 2 years now, things are slipping back, we really need to see a timeline on this. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure you appreciate that some of the items in the vision are perpetual and ongoing. Some, for instance, the skate park, you know full well, that is, we're hoping to bring that to fruition before the end of this year.
We hope that last year, sir.
Yes. However, can we vote, so that was an amendment? You want
Yes, to have a time scale
for every item
Yes.
in the vision?
Yes.
Right, I'll put that up now. Amendment to the vote. All in favour, please show. Those against? And it falls. Original motion stands. Item 11, performance management. There is a request to receive the schedule referring to decisions taken at meetings held in June to approve the new format.
Mr. Mayor, fellow councillors, ladies and gentlemen, can I move that the schedule as written is approved by the council? Can I also commend the new format of performance management for the council? We've used this for several months now, the same format in the audit committee to track progress with audit items, and I do believe this will be an improvement going forward. As has been outlined in the last agenda item, this will help us manage performance and ensure that we achieve our aims and objectives.
Councillor Johnson.
I have alluded to this previously, with regard to item PR 131617, allotment consultant. It is incorrectly recorded that councillors Madison, Thompson and Dax voted for this item. We voted against.
Point of order, Mr. Mayor, we have already approved that amendment.
But you need to alter this document, Chair. You need to alter this document.
Mr. Mayor,
And that's what I'm saying.
Chair,
It's wasn't mentioned in Councillor Gallagher's statement, so I'm just endorsing it.
yes, Mayor, we've got a lot of corrections, amendments, alterations. Can we check those out actually? Can the minute secretary go and check through the CCTV footage or whatever to ensure that it's correct?
Good idea, Councillor.
Yeah, I second what Councillor Green is saying. As long as it is brought forward, we don't mind being wrong if we're wrong. But I second your motion, Councillor, and let's bring it forward when it's done.
Thank you, Councillor Thompson.
That was that the motion, that was a suggestion, wasn't it?
Well, it's common sense, Mayor.
Right.
You know, I mean, if people say that as an amendment, we do have a facility now where we can check that what has been said on the night has actually been said.
So we can agree to check that for you?
Yeah, and I just add something to that, yeah. The special committee, which I don't sit on, is obviously held in private. So I don't know how we would go about that, but I would like to see it, if I'm allowed, but most of the concerns were on a special committee where the public isn't allowed. Thank you, Chair.
Particular one in question was
Mr. Mayor, point of order, we're discussing the performance management action plan, item 11. If I could just chip in with regards to council videos, we may well be able to review the council videos, but we have already accepted the minutes of those meetings.
Just saying, Councillor Green's motion.
Item 12, annual report. Then we request to consider the report of the facilities manager.
Move the report, Mr. Mayor.
Second. Great. Thank you very much. Item 13, final accounts and annual return.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councillors, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present these accounts for you for your consideration. I'd be equally pleased if I might try to give you a little addendum as we've missed some off. So, on your reference to Appendix B, there's a little change in as much as it didn't reflect the current movement in the year of some £577. It effectively means that the balance sheet and the reserves figure now agree. I've had no questions brought to me, so I'm assuming that I'm now going to find out.
Move the recommendations of the report, Mr. Mayor.
Yes. Chair, the annual government statement 2015-16, which is the external auditor's report, makes reference on item 8, and I will read this out. We considered whether any litigation, liabilities or commitments, events or transactions occurring either during or after the year end have a financial impact on this smaller authority, and where appropriate have included them in the accounting statements. And this has been ticked as being agreed. I've also got a copy of the detailed statement which itemises legal fees in particular in HR. The question that I would like to ask the officer is, has a provision been made into these accounts for all current litigation, legal costs, invoices from solicitors? Have we incorporated that in the figures as is presented to us in the final report? And I would like to have an answer to that statement.
I can confirm that I've included all and every invoice involved with HR and legal up to including June of this year. I have to draw a cut-off line. I have not made a general provision for anything going forward post-June. But I've included everything I was aware of as of June.
So, can I have a detailed statement of what you've actually covered in that, and your assurance that there are no legal expenses to be added after the year end, which is currently ongoing? Can I have that assurance?
I can give you a copy of the schedules by all means, but in my position I'm unaware of any future work that may be being done. I'm just not privy to that information, so I can't really give you that assurance myself. But I can give you a schedule of everything that's being done.
Chair, can we have a vote on this, please?
Vote on accepting the
Yes,
accounts as
and the
presented.
recorded vote, please.
Oh, yes. All in favour of accepting the final accounts and annual return, please, Sean. Those against? Any abstentions? Thank you. Moving. Council corporate image, item 14.
Right, yeah, through you, Chair, the purpose of the report is to provide members an update as to where we are currently with the corporate image and propose a new corporate image for the council going forward in line with the website. The current position is that the website is currently being redesigned and built, with the first draft having been positively received by the IT working group in June 2016. The working group identified the positives and what will look to the website and agreed that this could be an option for members to consider, reflecting the council corporate image going forward, and also to consider introducing both the new image and the website at the same time to the public. A full demonstration will be made to the IT working group at its next meeting on the 18th of July,
after which there will be a live demo website for all members to access and for comments from members to be made to enable a final demonstration of the website to be made to all members in August before it goes live to the public. The proposals are that members agree to the proposals around the new timeline for the website, and also for members to agree to the corporate image change to reflect the proposal in the same timeline for the website going live to the public. The members are recommended to agree to the proposals outlined in section 4 of the report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Can I move the proposals as outlined in the report, please? I think this is a generally good idea. And can I add that in the time between now and us implementing these changes to the stationery, that we run down the old stationery to minimise any wastage?
Agreed? Thanks very much. Item 15, exclusion of the press and public.
Move the motion.